Huh. Based. This is just an update to the deck, the BEETROOPER deck I'll be using for the Link Festival. If you want a more detailed breakdown of the cards, I have both a deck profile and a combo video in my channel that I'll link in the description. Basically, we just cut the DPE package to add Fly and Sting, since our goal will be ending on Invincible Atlas plus the trap card, which is a monster negate, and we cut the Verte and DPE for another Pico Falena and an IP Masquerena. Oh, also, I realized partway through that this card was legal, so I was at 40 cards and I just put 3 of this in. And this format's gonna be real fun to play, you know. Triple Max C, triple Phantasme, you'd ever dare to link summon, you get punished. Hell yeah. So a lot of the combos are gonna look similar. It's just you'll change a little bit at the end to where you end on an Invincible Atlas plus a counter trap rather than DPE. This is one of the combos that changes slightly more than that, but it's mainly the finishing part of the combo that you'll see. So Sting Poison plus either an Insect Extender or Arbalest and a discard. So Sting's effect will get us a Pin the Bullseye, summon Pin, burn for 2, link off into Armorhorn, and Armorhorn's gonna summon our Arbalest to revive whatever. Next, put Arbalest and the insect into Pico Falena. Discard to equip Resonance. Use Pico Falena effect to shuffle 3 back. Make sure one of them is Arbalest. Get to draw one. Put these 2 into Invincible Atlas. Resonance gonna trigger. Add us a Doom Dozer. Next, we're gonna special Doom Dozer, banishing Resonance, and another insect. That's not Armorhorn. Triggered Resonance to dump Goki Bowl. Add us Killer Needle. Special the Needle. Not destroy card. Now this is where we gotta do something unorthodox. When you want to keep the Invincible Atlas on the field, we're gonna link the Doom Dozer and the Killer Needle into a second Armorhorn. Next, we're gonna activate Invincible Atlas to tribute the Armorhorn to summon Sting Lancer from the deck. Sting Lancer is gonna add us a counter trap, Fly and Sting. Next, Armorhorn is gonna revive, banishing everything but the second Armorhorn and the Sting the Poison you kept in grave. I think Armorhorn and Sting Lancer into the Pilion. we will set our hand, and next turn Pillion will revive the Sting. Add us back our Arbalest. So yeah, a lot of the ideal end boards is gonna look like this now, with Invincible Atlas with a counter trap set and a Pillion to revive Sting, rather than having a DPE. So yeah, the only thing that sucks about this is this dies a lot harder to Kaijus. Amazingly, even more so than DPE does, since that will turn off our Flying Sting unless we have a Scale Bomber in hand. A word of caution: the Battle Wasp Sting the Poison combos can tend to deviate a lot now without DPE. Sometimes you may need another extender to full combo. Sometimes you may have to sack the Invincible Atlas to summon Sting Lancer and just end on Sting Lancer plus the counter traps instead of having the counter trap and the Invincible Atlas on board. And sometimes you can choose either to have Invincible Atlas or the Pillion reviving Sting. So yeah, it's varies a bit too much for the scope of one video for one event. This deck that you know, we're probably only gonna play this variant until the event's over or until Verte gets banned. But just keep that in mind if you do decide to play this deck for the event. Combos not involving Sting are, by comparison, a lot more similar to the original combo video, such as Resonance Insect, a Scale Bomber, and a discard. So summon Resonance, summon our Extender, go into Armor Horn, Resonance effects will add us a Doomdozer. Doomdozer banish those two. Resonance is gonna add send Goki Pole. Goki Pole is gonna add us another copy of Resonance. And we'll normal summon it. Resonance and Dozer into Pico. Resonance effect, and Pico will discard to equip a Retaliating Sea, and Resonance is going to add us a Mighty Neptune. And since we discarded a Insects, we have enough to use Pico Falena's effect to shuffle back all three and accept Resonance. Draw a card. X-Link Pico Falena and Armor Horn to Invincible Atlas. And Retaliating Sea is going to search us Maxi. Now, again, this time, before we would sack this off for a Sting Lancer and make our DPE's Aphelion play, this time this is the slight adjustment we make in this combo, where we summon Armor Horn by banishing first, and then Resonance is going to send a Sting Lancer to grave for us. Then special summon our Mighty Neptune, putting everything back. And Invincible Atlas is gonna sack the Mighty Neptune, or to summon a Sting Lancer. Sting Lancer is gonna add us our counter trap. And these two. The Papillion. Set our counter trap. Papillion's gonna revive. Sting to poison for us. To add back Arbalest. So yeah, this is the Resonance Insect Play Extended combo is basically identical up until the point where we decide what to sack the Invincible Atlas. Then we make that slight adjustment, and we can end on Atlas Counter Trap and Papillion Sting. One note: I believe if you do the Goki pull plus Extender combo plus discard, that combo I believe you cannot add back, or you cannot use Peak of Flame to shuffle back 3 no matter what your discard is. So let's keep that in mind. And let me just say how much easier it is to find quality matches in this event now that they banned all the floodgates. And that there's also a large variety of decks. Look, our opponent's gonna set 4 and Lord, but I ain't mad because I know none of those cards down there are floodgates; they're actual traps. So anyway, we're gonna start off with Sting and summon Scale Bomber, and no, I honestly don't know what those traps could be, so I'll just try to see how far I can get with the full combo, going to Armor Horn and normal Arbalest, summon back he's letting all of this go. I'm really confused right now. Going to Pico. Pico dump Killer Needle. He lets that go. Pico draw. I'm like shocked. I'm like, what the hell could his back row be at this point? I go to Invincible Atlas and trigger the Resonance. And there's okay, one of them was a called by. I'm impressed he held it for that long, honestly. I thought most people would have done it on the summon of Arbalest. And now he's gonna summon out his Lord, and which we're gonna maxi because I'm assuming I'm not gonna get much value from this. And he sets an Altergeist Protocol. Huh? Now, for those of you who don't know how Altergeist cards work, they prevent you from summoning cards like Lord. So at this point, I was just really confused on what his deck was. He activates Protocol, chains Spoofing to put the Protocol back to add Faker. Like, the players this event are just on another level. Like, how does your brain get this large? Anyways, we're gonna negate the Fakers to try to not get run out of the game this turn. Unfortunately, Invincible Atlas sucks. It only has 3k attack and can be destroyed by battle. Okay. We redraw the Arbalest. That was the best draw in our deck, honestly. Well, it has. Fortunately, he drew a maxi, so we're gonna chain the Scale Bomber to try to limit the draws we give him. Yeah, he's gonna do the Faker shuffle, and he's gonna. So he's gonna maxi first, and then chain Imperm on the effect that special summons. It's cool. Well, at this point, he hasn't drawn any cards off his maxi yet, so I'm like, well, he's gonna get his. Okay, we're gonna Ogre Scale Bomber his Faker. He gets a Silk out. At this point, I'm okay with just giving him a couple draws to set up my field since this Maxi hasn't done anything for him yet. Unfortunately, he also hard drew the Manifestation, so he's gonna be able to remove our Armor Horn before we get the summon. Fortunately, Arbalest has a lot of attacks, so it can run over. So I don't think that really did anything, but you know. So next we're gonna normal the Faker. See that he drew Pukari. He's gonna go into Hextia. Now we summon the best card of this format, Phantasme. Trying to draw into some gas. We'll take an Ash Blossom. Gonna spoofing back the. We're gonna try to Ash the spoofing, and he drew a cross out for turn. All right, sure. You go, bro. Gonna add a Conk. Now we should just be able to kill him this turn. So he's gonna summon back the Faker. The Faker's gonna get a Silk, but unfortunately for him, Silk targets. So we're gonna summon Retaliating Sea, go into Armor Horn, and then search off Retaliating Sea, and we're gonna negate the Silk with Phantasme. Discarding Goki Pull. That is just the sickest play in the entire deck. Retaliating Sea is gonna add as a Resident Insect, and Goki Pull is gonna trigger as well. And add us a Chain Links. Add us a Killer Needle that we're gonna summon. And pop the Heskia. At this point, our opponent has no more interactions. He has a handful of Ultrageist, but you know, spoofing does not count as an Ultrageist card, so you just get the full combo into Papillion. Trigger Resonance. Add the Sting Lancer. Go into the Link Spider with Killer Needle to Access Code. We'll just pop the spoofing. Then summon out Sting Lancer. And that's lethal on board. So next we're gonna show the deck's ability to recover. So we're going first finally, and we open combo. It's the same thing you'll see in a combo vid, you know. Armor Horn, Resonance, get ashed, we'll called by that. And the standard, even those are banished. Resonance, send Goki Pull, add another Resonance, summon a Pico line. Yeah, same as the combo tutorial earlier. Put back 3, link off into Atlas, retaliate, I see, add Maxi, Armor Horn, revive, Resonance, dump Sting, put back 3, summon Mighty Neptune, sack Neptune for Sting Lancer, add Counter Trap, go into Papillion. Yeah, so like 4 interruptions, not bad. Draw phase, we're gonna max C, since they know we have it. They're gonna call it by. They're gonna attempt to dodge the called by with Papillion, and They're gonna droplets, revealing that they're on Striker. I'm not sure if discarding the Shark Cannon was the right move. Shark Cannon's pretty good in this deck. And then he's, well, it's gonna jamming waves us, you know, sick. And then summon. Thankfully, it's not raised. It's just Rose. So they're gonna get to activate, engage once. No, could be worse. We just gotta. We're not on like any sort of long-term clock right now because it's strikers. So they're gonna Shizuku and phase, add a multi-roll. Okay, so I know this resonance isn't gonna go through, so we're just gonna bait out the Widow Anchor right now, and hopefully, you know, we're probably gonna live because we're at almost max life points. They're gonna activate Lullaby of Obedience. This card is the worst card I've ever read in my life. But funnily enough, it mentions the fact that special summons a monster, so we can chain Retaliating Sea to it. And yeah, I guess they can have our Ash Blossom. And for some reason sack it off with multi-roll, even though he has no more striker spells to activate that turn. Yeah, we're just gonna activate Retail and add another Resonance Insect. This is probably not the right move, because we lose to... If that card is any card but called by, we immediately win the game. Unfortunately, it is called by, and I just played in that like a dummy. But you know what? It's fine. Our opponents somehow, after activating Engage with all the spells in the grave, has no engine because he has no cards to add off Shizuku in the end phase and no way to trigger multi-roll. Gonna top deck into Array. That does absolutely nothing right now. Doesn't even link it off to its Z, just passes. So yeah, this game's a wrap. We're gonna summon back Armor Horn, banishing the Resonance. And we're gonna style him, and Resonance gonna send Goki Pull. Goki Pull will add us Arbalest. And Arbalest, we're using the additional normal summon, will revive Sting the Poison. Sting will add us Pin. I roll special Pin. Deal the massive 200. Link Pin and Sting into Pico. Pico will discard to attach to Armor Horn to add us Retaliating Sea. We'll put back 3 to draw 1 because why not. Then link Arbalest and Armor Horn into a Papillion. Retaliating Sea will add us another copy of Resonance Insect. And we're going to use our normal summon on a Resonance Insect. Go into access code. And then Resonance is going to add us the Sting Lancer. We're going to pop his Ray since he can't use it right now. Summon Sting Lancer, putting back his Ray. And our opponent's gonna concede because he sees the writing on the wall. Well yeah, go out and have fun with this deck. If you wanna cut it down a bit, I could see cutting Assault Roller and I don't want to cut Phantasme. This card's just so good. I would almost consider like cutting a Veiler before the Phantasme, but yeah, you can cut a couple cards. You can probably get it down to 40, but it'll be alright. It won't be that much of a difference in consistency.